Baruch, and a good morning to everyone. B'ezrat Hashem, Mincha is going to be 5 p.m. Please be on time. As we were discussing yesterday, a person who has back pains, and we said that if it's very, very serious, so then the problem of refuah is mitigated, and then the problem of shmiring is also could be permitted in some circumstance. A very common question that arises is if a person has very chapped skin, either chapped lips or chapped hands, and he wants to put on a lotion or a cream in order to alleviate the chapped skin. Is this mutar to do on Shabbat, or is this asur to do? So it's very important to distinguish between different types of consistencies. I call it the Vaseline consistency. The Vaseline consistency is very, very thick, and it's not liquidy whatsoever, and therefore Vaseline and the likes, and it doesn't really get absorbed into the skin either, that you're not allowed to use on Shabbat. You're not allowed to use Vaseline on Shabbat because even if it's just for something that's not medicine, let's say, you're not saying medicine, you're just trying to alleviate the chapped skin, still that would be asur to do because of shmiring. However, lotions that are of a lesser consistency, they're not exactly liquid, but they're not like Vaseline. They're in between. It's like a cream. Those things, Rav Ovadia has a heter. He says that if you apply them, even a healthy person, even a person who's not a child, a healthy person, regular person, applies them onto the skin and rubs it in until it gets absorbed in, so the problem of me'mareach is alleviated through that. The only issue that's left is refuah. So for dryness is not considered an ailment or a sickness that the Chachamim came along and said, oh, you're doing medicine. Therefore, for dry skin, one is allowed to apply lotion. That is permitted. However, once it becomes cracked and there's actual, bleeding, and it's pretty significant, it's no longer just dry skin. It's now a little bit beyond that. Then it's already deemed to be refuah, and then a person cannot really put on lotion on Shabbat. He should put it on before Shabbat. He should put it on, and that's even if it was totally an oil. It has nothing to do with memarech. It has to do with refuah. So those are the two things. If a person is just dryness, then he's allowed to put on a lotion, and certainly he would be allowed to put on oils that are liquidy. However, once the skin becomes so chapped that it's already starting to crack and it's starting to show the bleeding signs, so that's already considered to be refuah, and that's not allowed to do for refuah unless it's somebody who's a chole, like a child, like we said, or an adult where it's very, very severe, that it either causes him to be bedridden or it brings a lot of pain to his whole body. Those are cases of chole.